So tonight is a very, very special evening, and it's a real privilege to be able to welcome you to David Dolan's 60th birthday concert. As is testimony to people's love, affection, and devotion to David, there are so many past students here and so many professional musicians and friends, and we're delighted to have you all here. As those who have worked with David will appreciate, he has been cooking, and tonight he's cooked a wonderful concoction of musical events. I inherited David when I became director of music 18 years ago now. He was already working at the school. Yehudi had brought him here, and he's not just a colleague, but now a very, very close friend. We're very, very lucky to have him at the school, and he knows how lucky it is that he's been able to work with some of the people in this room of the older generation, and to work with such talented pupils of the current generation of pupils. So it is a marriage made in heaven, and Yehudi was our matchmaker. And may the music making continue for many, many years to come. There's lots of music to come, so I'm not going to say any more. So will you welcome David and the first set of pupils from the school who are going to share the process with some unaccompanied Bach.
Working. Is it? Great. Good evening, and many thanks for coming, some of you from very far. I will say a few words as a continuation of that later, but I want to start by inviting you actually to our kitchen, not to the formal dining hall, and by that I mean to share with you a little bit, a little dish really of what we are doing when we work here. And we will invite you to join us for really a short working session on the prelude of the third cello suite, unaccompanied suite. And we'll take you through different process stages of the cooking. And we'll start by asking Frankie to perform unaccompanied solo, as Bach meant it to be. The first part of the prelude is a very long one, and there are many dishes on this menu. So we'll take it from the departure in C major until the point where Bach goes back to C major, unaccompanied. Please. next stage of the cooking. What we are trying to do is to really internalize and take in the different layers of the harmonic movements inside. It's a work for unaccompanied single person, cellist or violist, but we work it in groups. For us pianists to go into the harmony is pretty easy. We just let the hand drop down and we have harmonies for free. But the idea is to take it in as a group between string players. I want to show you perhaps just a few bars. Let's do it together, and I will play with Frankie a little bit just to share with you what we are looking for as a group of string players. Apologize for having to take the plate out away from you when it's starting, but the idea is that performers who are working on this piece will work it together, and we'll start with the process now by inviting Frankie to play with Sao, who will play the real thing, and Frankie will dive very deep in to play the one out of a few possible versions of the harmonic structure. And the idea is to feel the harmonic events as movement that generate the story, the tension release, what's happening there. Although he will play very few different notes, he will run the show. And that's very much an exercise of listening. Again, we'll go until the end of the first half. Let's go. And we will end your visit in the kitchen with three partners playing together, and that's really looking for troubles, in the sense that the third person is really extemporizing a middle voice based on, from underneath, deep inside the harmonic line that you've just heard, but you will hear it differently, from above Bach's line, and they will look for a line that connects with both, which means aims for taking in the articulations of the phrasing, long-term, mid-term, etc. You will now hear the complete prelude, and these musicians decided between them who does what. I have very little to do with what's happening now, except the work that you, I hope, begin to see that we are doing. So Selina will, I think, play the deep down line, and between the three of you, Bennett, you will play the top part, and Frankie and Sao will jump in between the sharks. Bon voyage.